And welcome to the UFL Week in Review, one of the longest-running UFL podcasts in human history. Show number 44 brings you Week 2 coverage, Whisenhunt's return, expansion news, TV ratings. Oh, you're going to want to talk about them. Betting odds plus DAZN and new era partnerships. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, and let's get started.
We love the moments, the memories, the magic, the game. So let's get more. More action. More celebration. More unforgettable. More football. More of what you love.
Reports say that Ken Whisenhunt is back with the Memphis Showboats. James Larson from PF Newsroom is reporting that Whisenhunt, even though we haven't had an official word yet, plans to resume his head coaching duties soon after taking a leave of absence. Jim Turner will resume his O-line duties. Again, we have not heard any official word from the league yet. While no reason was given for his brief departure and no timeline of his return, it is believed it was going to be temporary, though now it looks like he is back. I have heard that it might have had to do something with the impending labor issue, and that's why he kind of stepped away. I don't know if that's for certain, but maybe we'll get more word on that in the coming days. Remember, Memphis Showboats are going to take on your DC Defenders this week, so it'll be interesting to see if he will make his debut here in DC. So both men who replaced him did well on Sunday. The Showboats hosted the Michigan Panthers in their season opener, although the Panthers were favored to win. The much improved Showboats defense made it a close game. Despite taking on one of the UFL's best teams with an almost entirely new roster and coaching staff, the Showboats defense played well enough to give the offense a chance at a last-minute victory. Unfortunately, the team's rally was cut short when quarterback Troy Williams threw an interception that Panthers safety Kai Nakua ran back for the game-winning touchdown. The Panthers won the game 26-12. So they got a new defensive coordinator, a whole new team. Hopefully, he does come back. We have no official word yet, but Ken Whisenhunt is supposedly, according to James Larson, returning to the Showboats. The UFL is expected to expand by 2 teams later this year, close quote. That's right. So Dave Dykman, the director of football operations for the United Football League, was recently interviewed by CT Insider, CT standing for Connecticut, a local Connecticut publication, and he talks about the current status of the UFL and its expansion plans in 2026. Dykman talks about the UFL adding 2 teams later this year. Quote, "We are in a great markets." I don't think so. And if we look at areas that we feel we can support a team and wants a team, it is something we will consider. We will be announcing later this year a 9th and 10th team for expansion in the 2026 season. Overall, we are in a great place, and I am super confident that we will be able to continue to put a great product on the field. Close quote. There it is right there. This article, though, comes on the heels of UFL Insider's Mike Mitchell's reporting on the Week 1 not-so-great TV ratings, which were down across the board. We assume this interview took place last week and came out today, so no word on how the UFL feels about the league's Week 1 ratings. Dykman also talked about his relationship with UFL CEO and President Russ Brandon, said they kind of got along great and hit the ground running. So Dykman cut his teeth in the football world as a former dean of students and head football coach at Cheshire Academy, a highly competitive prep school from 2014 to 2023. 3 years ago, though, he joined Brandon in the XFL. The article goes on to talk about how he got a start in the football world, and if you want to kind of read up on that, you can click on the link in the article. Now, remember, back in November, the league put out a press release talking about expansion, but never officially announced how many teams or when. This is what basically all it said was the United Football League today announced it's officially launched its first expansion process. The UFL is accepting proposals from prospective markets looking to bring spring football to their communities and be a part of the growth of the sport. That was basically it. We have heard, sources have heard and told us that the UFL was thinking about adding 2 teams in 2026. Mike Mitchell, I think, even took it further and said 2 teams in 2027. We've also told you that there would only be, if they were to add 2 teams next year, that the schedule would stay the same and they wouldn't add more games. And that's kind of what we have been reporting. UFL Executive Vice President Daryl Johnston talked to USA Today 2 weeks ago about expansion, but never gave any specifics on that deal. So this is the first time a league official got into UFL expansion details publicly. So we want to kind of, that's what makes this a difference. Now, we've been reporting for some time 2 location would be Seattle with the return of the Sea Dragons and potentially Columbus, Ohio. One thing to note, all of the trademarks the USFL Enterprises still owns, one of them related, basically, of all of the trademarks the USFL Enterprises still owns, related to the old Spring League. Remember that league? That's kind of what started off. The Aviators still remain, so they kept that name. So Columbus Aviators kind of has a nice ring to it. That could be the team name. Those are my predictions. Columbus, Ohio, we heard was at the top of the list. Seattle was definitely coming back, but Columbus was kind of in that top 5, upper top 3 kind of picks. But to have Dykman come out and say that they're adding 2 teams in 2026, that has not been coming from the league. So that is definite news. So you can get excited about some more expansion coming to the UFL. Let us know what you think in the comments, and make sure you like and subscribe. So Mike Mitchell has his, and we're glad he's back here instead of with Sports Illustrated, his weekend TV ratings on Fox and ESPN. Let's get right into it. So the UFL TV ratings are in. Second campaign with 2 games on Fox and a doubleheader on ESPN on Sunday. Friday night on Fox, the much ballyhooed I was hopeful for primetime opener featuring the St. Louis Battlehawks and Houston Roughnecks aired at 8 p.m. Eastern and averaged 690,000 viewers. The telecast peaked at 844,000 viewers during the first 15 minutes of the game, so people kind of tuned in and then tuned out. The game's final half hour of the Battlehawks' 31-6 victory saw viewership dip to 554,000 viewers. The 18-47 viewership demo scored 0.15. There was a ton of stuff going on. So, between NCAA tournament, there was like a what do you call it? Like figure skating thing. Last year, UFL opening games Saturday, March 30th, which didn't go directly against 4 NCAA tournament games, averaged 1.181 million viewers. So it just all boils down to these numbers. Is the league okay with it? Because if the league is okay with it, I'm okay with it. But if they're not okay with it, then that makes me worried, and we'll probably never know, but we'll have to kind of keep our ears to the ground. The competition on Friday night was formidable. The NCAA's March Madness Sweet 16 matchups averaged over 7 million viewers on CBS and nearly 3 million viewers on TBS. World Figure Skating Championship on NBC. I know you all probably tuned into that. 1.73 million viewers. Shark Tank and 2020 averaged 2.4 million viewers during prime time. I would assume that your Shark Tank and 2020 viewers might not be into the UFL. But still, out of all, I know there was a lot of competition, but couldn't even get a mill. The UFL was also outpaced by several cable shows in the evening, including WWE SmackDown on the USA Network, which averaged 1.35 million viewers, and the NCAA Women's Tournament, which averaged 1.41 million on UFL broadcast partner ESPN. So a lot of sports fans are fractured, though. How much, if you took all those out, how much would it really be? We have to kind of be honest here. Saturday's afternoon game featuring San Antonio Brahmas Arlington Renegades averaged 584,000 viewers. The 3 p.m. Eastern telecast peaked at the conclusion with 673,000 viewers. That was also on Fox. Sunday afternoon doubleheader on ESPN. First, you had the Memphis Showboats and Michigan Panthers, averaged 569,000 viewers, peaked at 746,000 viewers. And then the finale, your team, America's team, beating the Birmingham Stallions like I told you they would. 395,000 viewers. The game peaked at 460,000 viewers as well. We'll also have for you here, I believe, let's see here in the schedule. I think I have it. We'll break down. So it's his takeaways. The UFL opening weekend numbers from last year. An unfair equivalency, according to Mike Mitchell. Kickoff weekend encountered the heart of the storm with the competitive disadvantages. I agree with that. The second game, though, Saturday on Fox, which is when the UFL kicked off the year before, 500,000, we knew, we told you that the ratings will be down and the attendance will be down. It's just a matter if the league is okay with that going forward and, they're expect it or whatever. So next week, of course, we've got the Birmingham Stallions at Michigan Panthers. That would be your Fox Friday night game. Showboats at DC Defenders, a primetime game on ABC. We'll see how that does. Roughnecks at Renegades will be Sunday on ESPN. San Antonio at St. Louis Battlehawks, a good matchup at the Dome in America Center, FS1 at 6:30 p.m. See, that's not a good time slot. That St. Louis Battlehawks Brahmas game, I mean, you got to do what you got to do, but I would much rather see that on ESPN than FS1. Let's see here. Do we have... Oh, yeah, so the ratings, we've got the attendance, 7,124 for the first game in Houston. The second game in Arlington, 10,114. At Arlington, the Memphis Showboats was 4,373, kind of where it was last year. DC Defenders, 12,254. There was a lot going on between there was a baseball game across the street, and then there was also a hockey game, too, up the way as well. So that's kind of where the attendance was there. We'll see. This weekend will be interesting to find out how things will go. Let us know your thoughts on the UFL ratings in the comments. Make sure you like and subscribe.
Welcome to Pulse AI Solutions, where we empower small to medium-sized businesses with cutting-edge AI technology. At Pulse AI Solutions, we specialize in AI consulting, providing expert advice to help you integrate AI into your business operations effectively. Our custom AI solutions are tailored to meet your unique needs, ensuring you get the most out of AI technology. We offer comprehensive digital management packages, including website management, hosting, video editing, digital marketing, advertising, content creation, and search engine optimization. Our tech innovation services keep your business ahead of the curve with the latest advancements in AI and technology. From AI product management to enhancing your digital presence, we provide end-to-end support for all your AI needs. Join the revolution with Pulse AI Solutions and transform your business operations today. Visit us at pulseaisolutions.com to learn more about our services and how we can help your business thrive. Contact us today for a free business assessment.
All right, we have this week's betting going on in the UFL. So first up, the betting odds, Stallions at Panthers, 8 p.m. The Stallions are favored just by a point. Over-unders 38. My prediction, Stallions 19, Panthers 15. Panthers had a kind of a close game, even though they kind of pulled it out at the end. And the Stallions look a little struggling. I wouldn't be surprised if the Panthers could win this one. This is at Michigan. Memphis Showboats, DC Defenders. The Defenders are favored by 7 points. 37 is the over-under. I think they could probably hit that, maybe. But I got Defenders 21, Showboats 10. Ken Whisenhunt is back. So maybe the Showboats offense will ball out. We'll have to kind of keep an eye on that. But I think Defenders will take that one. Hopefully sit in at 2-0. Houston Roughnecks at Arlington Renegades. They've got the Renegades by 8 points over the Roughnecks. We know the Roughnecks are the worst team in the league. I got Renegades 26, Roughnecks 6. San Antonio Brahmas at St. Louis. We open the Dome. Unfortunately, it's on FS1. Battlehawks 7 point. They got a 39 over under. I've got the Battlehawks 27, Brahmas 12 as my predictions there. On the betting stuff, this is my kind of lineup of the DFS thing. I got Luis Perez, Kalen Balaj, Jacor Pearson, Chris Rowland, DC Defenders, John Lovett as my running back, Adams at Memphis Showboats wide receiver. I think he got a ton of targets. And the DC Defenders defense because they were balling out, and I think Memphis will be, they didn't struggle, but they weren't, they're still new. Let's just put it that way. So I'm not sure about that. I also have my bet where I've got basically my parlay. This is the, stuff from the sports book. We kind of talked about it, but I just went with my picks. So I've got the Stallions. Oh, let's see my bets. So my picks, I've got the Stallions, Defenders, Renegades, and Battlehawks all winning this weekend. My dollar bet pays $3.46 if I get the 4-pick parlay correct. But you could do whatever you want. Make sure you gamble responsibly, as always.
Want every United Football League score and stat at your fingertips? Download the UFL News Hub app, now available on the App Store and Google Play. Get game scores, schedules, and stats right on your phone. Set up alerts for breaking news. Check standings and league leaders with just a tap. The UFL News Hub keeps you connected with game scores, team schedules, start times, player stats, and rankings. Don't miss out on UFL action. Download the UFL News Hub app today on the App Store or Google Play Store. UFL News Hub, your direct connection to United Football League action.
What's up, my friends? It's a beautiful day for some football. We're here in DC. It's going to be 80 degrees on kickoff. I mean, I love games during this time of year, though. I'm hearing that next year it'll be different. It'll be cold in February. But anyways, I got my DC Defenders hat. My wife is ready to go. I even got my UFL News Hub official merch shirt wearing today. It's beautiful out. Super excited to be downtown. Problem is, I mean, there's going to be a Washington Nationals game, which is good because maybe they can get some fans to come over, but we should have a good time in DC, and we're just thankful that we're having a season. It was very touch and go from what I was hearing, but we are full season. We're ready to go. So the wife is ready after all the crap last year. She's ready to rock and roll. And so let's make our way down to Audi Field. Here's the dogs watching me make a video. Sorry, pups. No dogs allowed at the DC Defenders game. All right, we're here. How does it feel to be back?
Feels good.
But not with not a long lock of hair.
No hair.
So it's a little different. It took us like an hour and 40 minutes to get down here. It was really long. A lot of traffic, but it's a beautiful day out. Washington Nationals are playing. I think there's a hockey game going on too. But we expect a really big crowd. Found a new parking spot. A friend of ours suggested it. It's valet. You just drop your keys off and your keys will be ready when you come back. So we're running a little behind, so we're just gonna go straight to the stadium and we'll take a look inside. We got the new club level seats. So it should be fun. Dawn is on her. Oh wow, you're too zoomed in. Dawn is on her second plate.
My salad took a plate.
Oh, all right. But it was good. What do you got there? Mac and cheese?
Mac and cheese, pierogies, roasted vegetables, and chicken.
And then the other thing was like chips and hot dogs. I finished my plate.
Nachos and hot dogs. And bread pudding.
Oh yeah, bread pudding too. Nothing gluten-free though. All right, halftime. DC Defenders with the lead, 11-12, a little bit of an upset so far. I would say, we've been to games a lot, and the crowd is not as big as it normally is.
Yeah. It's not terrible, though.
Yeah, it's not terrible. But, you got a Washington Nationals game right up the street. I think there's a hockey game going on. But, it is beautiful out. It's just fun to just chill and watch football. And we're at halftime. Went downstairs, got a new hat. Apparently the other one was ugly, according to my wife.
It was too small for his head.
So she was not feeling it, so I had to get a new hat. Got some other merch. And we're just enjoying the football, and DC's winning. Beer stick is looking good. We love the new seats. We've gotten drinks and food, and probably go back in and get some more food. Aside from just driving down here, that was the only problem.
Great day, great game.
Yeah. So we'll see if they can hold on in the second half. All right, that's a wrap. We're finally home. DC Defenders with the huge win at the end there. A little controversy after the game. I didn't even notice that until we hit Panera on the way home, and I was looking at my phone. But hey, a little rivalry, anger doesn't hurt anything in the league. I think that's a good thing. Great time. Traffic there, traffic home. Lots of construction, lots of people out and about in DC. That was kind of a negative. Just trying to get home, tired, but a great experience. It was a lot of fun. Dawn is exhausted. It's the most action she's seen in a little while. But overall, getting those seats in the club level, the food. A couple tips. One is I think they must put the food away before the fourth quarter. So you want to go in and maybe a little bit after halftime to get some to eat if you want to eat again. They even shut off the fountain drinks. But they had cookies. Dawn got a cookie. It was like a oatmeal raisin cookie. She said it was good. But overall, a lot of fun. You got to go to these games, man. There's culture. We're building the culture of the UFL. And, be part of it. Get dressed up. Do whatever you want to do. And just have fun with it. Because this is not the NFL. And but we're cranking up. Now we got a game on Saturday, and looking forward to getting that as well. We did arrive late to the game than we thought, so we didn't get a chance to hang around and meet up with people, but we plan on doing that next week. But there's going to be another Washington Nationals game on at the same time as the DC Defenders game is. But hey, great start. The defense looked on fire all game long, and it's game one, and the UFL is back. I haven't heard anything about any strikes or anything, so that's good. We'll see how this week plays out. But do yourself a favor. Get your tickets. Go to a game. It's not that big deal. Get out of your TV. Stop playing on your phone, playing your video games or whatever. Take your kids, your family to a game. It's always a great atmosphere, even though it wasn't huge numbers. But it was still great atmosphere, especially at the end. A lot of fun. And I got a new hat, too, so... And we got merch too. That was the other thing. We wound up, Dawn was looking at a shirt, and it was like $100 and something. And then at like the fourth quarter, they were like, "Oh, it's on sale now for $80." So she went and got it. So keep an eye on that sales. And maybe when you're looking at the merch, to ask the people, is this going to be on sale later? That might be a thing. Also, just the DC stuff was just a lot more organized. There was fireworks. They did a little differently about how things were laid out, which I thought was good. Like how they did like the merch section. Not a lot of stuff, but again, they know who's how many people are going to be there. But overall, it was a great experience. Staff is great, and looking forward to going back next week. Right. Before we kind of wrap things up with our quick hits and your emails, I just wanted to talk to people about, and I mentioned it on the stream on Friday. We'll probably do another stream this Friday before the game. I think it was just fun. So just stay on the lookout for that. So kind of your pre-show for the UFL going into week 2 is News Hub Fantasy. Just don't have the time, don't have the resources. The tech stack is old and really needs to be upgraded. I spent some time trying to get things like the draft working and other things were breaking. I just don't have the time to do it. And judging by the popularity of the league, I have to realize that this is not 2020. It's not 2023. Basically it was hard. It's hard for me to kind of, I'm always like comparing it to 2020, and I need to realize that I will put in what I can get out of it, but not go overboard because my time is money and I need to focus on other things. We all know about my wife's health journey, which she's doing fine, but I just can't spend all this time doing stuff that a fraction of the people use, and I don't make any money off of it. So News Hub Fantasy is down for now. Will it return next year? I just kind of have to kind of see how this league, as the league grows, I'll grow, but I'm not going to do merch and all sorts of other stuff and spend hours and hours and hours to get 50 views or something like that. You know what I mean? It's just not there. And the world is changing, and I'm, I just want to enjoy the games, and I want to enjoy the league and not be bogged down by all extra stuff that's not really bringing in any money. It's just not worth my time, unfortunately. So we'll stick with the, keeping the site up and running and the content good, this YouTube channel, the mobile apps, tweaking them. And that's all I can really kind of afford to do at this point during the season. And then if the league grows next year, maybe we'll do a little bit more stuff, but that's kind of where we're at right now. But judging by the ratings, I mean, the traffic to the site, traffic to the site is a little bit better. But this is only year 2 of the site. But I mean, we're basically at the bottom, and as long as the UFL is in, I'm in. But if they decide to, I don't know. I just don't know if these numbers are good enough for them, or if this is heck no, this isn't worth it. We just don't know what their thinking is. But we haven't heard the announcement of the championship location. We haven't heard anything about expansion. But I mean, their marketing efforts are better. They kind of built their marketing efforts up. We haven't heard about anything about with the players and their situation. So we just kind of have to keep an eye on things. But I can only do so much, and I'm not making any money off of this, really. I'm not making any money off of it. So why spend hours and hours doing things that just aren't bringing the revenue in at this point? Maybe 5 years from now, like I said, as the league grows, I will grow. And right now, with the ratings and everything, it's just kind of not the greatest sign in the world, but we'll just play it out and see how it goes. So that's why I wanted to talk about that. On to the quick hitter stuff. UFL announcements, week 1 player. DC Defenders make the list. The Battlehawks offensive line. Kicker Matt McCrane of the DC Defenders and linebacker Anthony Hines of the DC Defenders were named United Football League Player 1. Week 1 Players of the Week. I hope they give them a little bonus, which would be nice. The Battlehawks offensive line, dubbed the Knights of Colombo, are coached by Mark Colombo, made it up of Jared Jones-Smith, Steven Gonzalez, Mike Panisiski, Abdul Beecham, and Juwan Bushell-Beatty. I think all of these guys are veteran spring football guys. They helped lead the Battlehawks to their win, 31-6 victory over the Roughnecks. They definitely dominated on the ground. Matt McCrane kicking field goals, 4 field goals in that game. The DC Defenders with the big upset over the Birmingham Stallions. We're not no doorman, but I don't even know what the deal is with that, but okay. Anthony Hines, DC Defenders, he was all over the place. 6 solo tackles, 2 sacks, 2 tackles for a loss in this past Sunday to help the Defenders take their first win of the season. So that is the UFL players of the week. Our UFL News Hub player of the week, we've got just one person, and it is Kai Nakua. Last Sunday afternoon, Panthers began their second UFL season with another spectacular play. You got Jake Bates the year before. Now safety Kai Nakua intercepted a desperation comeback throw from Memphis Showboats quarterback Troy Williams in the game's final moments. He ran it back 80 yards for a touchdown to give the Panthers a 26-12 victory, adding 6 tackles to his thrilling pick 6. Nakua earns UFL Player of the Week honors. Congratulations from him. You don't get anything from us, from UFL News Hub Player of the Week, but we want to put there. DAZN and United Football League agree on global broadcast deal. So DAZN to broadcast every game of the United Football League in the 2025 season to fans in 200 markets around the globe on a free-to-air basis. So they added that platform. So if you're global, you can get DAZN, I believe it is. So fans around the world can enjoy the UFL second season free on DAZN, which is good that they have it for free on there. But those are in 200 markets across multiple internet-enabled devices and distribution channels. I'll have to see if it's on there. I was able to get, because I cut the cord, and I use Fubo to watch the games. Paid like $90 or something. But then once the UFL season's over, I can cancel it, so it's all good. But trying different things out. And also, finally, UFL announced New Era as official sideline cap and on-field headwear. I've got my new hat. I like it. It's not a New Era, but my wife, as you saw at the game, wanted me to get a new hat, and so she liked that one better. So New Era. We were wondering if this announcement was going to come. There was other announcements too. The UFL also had like another sponsorship of lawn, whatever. That was one of them. They were part of, down here. Ortho, recognized for defending homes against insects and keeping lawns and landscapes clear of weeds and pests. Ortho is now taking its defensive game to the gridiron and is official sponsor of the UFL Defensive Player of the Week honors. So Ortho is now part of the UFL. That's good. Get a little money from these guys. We'll see what happens there. And finally, we've got our emails. Let me pull them up. Rich checking in. He says, first, wow, congratulations to my friend and your team on their big win. I'm very hopeful for a great championship game after seeing that. I am not happy with the Friday game as I had 15 people over and the game was a disappointment. A great time with friends and family, but the game was a letdown. The following 2 games were checking your phone occasionally for the score of the games. However, perhaps holding off for the best one on Sunday with more viewers was a smart move, but it was actually the least viewed game of the week. Just give me a few good games next week to get this season off to a good start. And he's got a picture from his party. He's got his daughter to paint a Battlehawks helmet on his bald head. And he got a picture of who showed up with a UFL shirt. So Rich checking in, having his family out there. Make sure, that's what's going to grow this league is us humans getting out there and making it happen. And inviting friends. And so we have friends coming to games and stuff like that. And that's the thing. It's like I have friends that have gone to games last year and they're not going to go to 5 games, but they'll go to 1. And it's just going to be a slow build. If Redbird, ESPN, Disney have the patience, I think then we'll be fine. But that's the question. It's really just up to them and how they feel about stuff. But they knew what was going on. They knew what ticket sales would be like. The economy will be an interesting thing to see going forward. They've had, but basically you got the Arlington thing. You've got, with the location. So I feel everything feels like they're like, all right, this is fine. We're good with this. Yeah, we would love bigger ratings, but we're good. But we'll have to see. Do they have the, if ratings get worse, are they gonna? But I was happy with the attendance at our game, so I don't know. It's just kind of a wait and see. It's always been a wait and see. We've been burned so many times, and I really think what hurt the league is giving it a new name. They should have just said XFL and just been done with it and just stuck with it, because there is some re-teaching the public that the XFL and USFL, just like this email I got from somebody on XFL telling me that the last time, apparently this is from Chandler, says, "This is my last time reaching out as I have 7 times before. I would like to make a team for your league in South Carolina, so please let me put up a bid. I don't know who is in charge of the league alignment, but that's why you're negative 60 million. You put teams in Texas, they already have plenty of ball that people support. Teams in Cali, there are multiple teams bidding for your fan base." So, but basically, he sent me this on the XFL News Hub site. The XFL doesn't exist anymore. So, and South Carolina might not be a bad place. Charleston's a pretty nice place. We've gone through this a billion times. 3 teams in Texas so as to keep the costs down and travel, making it easier. So that's why they did that, my friends. So that's it for me for this week. We will be back on Friday with live show at 7 p.m. for the next game. Looking for, we'll do a preview, which was a lot of fun. So check us out at 7 p.m. on Friday for another pre-show as we break down everything on the drama that happens, maybe some clips of some coaches. We'll see what's going on with there. And that's a wrap for another episode of the UFL Week in Review. Thanks for joining us on show number 44. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube, and please leave us a review on iTunes and Spotify. They really do help the show. And for all your UFL needs, check us out. Remember, if you want to call us, 888-430-7692, extension 3. I would call us on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. Don't call us after this show because then whatever your take is old. So Monday, Tuesday, leave us a message if you want. We'll play it on the show. A couple people called, but their messages were old, even though we do have a live show this week on Friday, so maybe I'll put it on there. I don't know. Anyway, that's it. Until next time, enjoy Week 2 action. We'll see you on Friday for another pre-show. That's it for me, folks. As always, God bless, and I will see you all later.